Good morning, YouTube. I just wanted to get on here and make a short video concerning taxes and maybe make a comment on gasoline. So I'm going to go over what I was able to take, what me and my wife were able to take concerning deductions for the expediting part. I worked a W-2 job up till, I think it was August, and I started expediting the last week of August. So basically September through the end of the year. So again, this is what we were able to do. Consult your tax preparer or accountant or whoever. I'm just going to go over what we were able to do. So there's a per diem you can take. So any night that you spend out away from home, any full day you spend away from home, you can take a per diem. I don't know. I can't remember exactly what that is. That's one deduction we were able to take. We did the miles. So it's 56 cents per mile. So there's a couple options we had. So you can either do gas, your actual gas cost, actual mileage, and then do it that way, or you can take your mileage, and in this 56 cents per mile is included, basically it's included the gas, depreciation, and all those things. So for 2021, it was 56 cents per mile. So basically you take your miles times 56 cents, and then that's how much, that total is how much you take away from your gross. So in other words, that part's not taxable, it's a deduction. So there's that. We were able to do the cell phone because I have to have it to do the job. You also have a deduction for 300 square feet. I'm looking at the paper. 300 square feet for a home office because you take care of you do your paperwork and stuff at home, you know, preparing, you're storing, you're just doing, you have to have space, right, to do your work. So there's a 300 square foot home office deduction. The equipment, any equipment you buy, like putting in the floor, or just any equipment you buy that goes for the business. So it's good to keep those receipts. I was watching Big D do his video, and he had a really good, he said what he does is he uses one credit card for everything that he does that year for the year in the expediting, so that at the end of the year he has all those receipts in one place on the credit card statement. And that's a really good idea. I started doing that this year for gas, just so I use a credit card to pay the gas, and then at the end of the week I'll pay that off. That helps me keep the cost in one place, plus helps me build credit, because if you spend it on the credit card and then you pay it off, it helps your credit. And then there's also tolls that you can deduct. Those are the ones we were able to deduct. I'm sure there's something I could be missing. People have been doing this longer, or just in general, transportation. There's other things you could deduct, I would imagine, but these are the ones we did. We were quite happy with the way it turned out. We have been taking, from the beginning, 20%. So let's say I made $1,000. This is just an easy number. We make $1,000. So from that $1,000, I subtract the gas that I used for that week. And then what's left, I take 20% of that and put it in an account, a separate account in my bank for the expediting. And from the beginning, we've been doing that because we didn't know exactly how the taxes were going to come out, or any of that. So we've been taking 20% and putting that aside. Now, we didn't need anywhere near that 20%, but now that money's there and will be used for whatever, any big maintenance, just anything. That money's there now, and now we have a better idea of how our taxes are going to work in this. So I recommend taking a portion anyway, whether it's 20% or not. That might be too much for some or whatever, but I recommend taking at least 8% and putting that aside in a separate account each week for stuff that could come up, like big problems with the vehicle, or anything could come up. So I think some people recommend 10% as a maintenance account, but whatever you find works for you. We're going to continue to take that 20% aside after gas and put it aside because we're able to, and it helps us build a savings and have a cushion there should anything happen. I've also taken a certain amount cash, well, $100, just $100 every week. Take it out cash and keep it to the side, building that up as well. This is just general savings. It's just cushion for anything that could happen. And speaking of that, if you've been watching the news, you know that Russia has now started a full invasion of Ukraine. The way things have been set up to this point, the moves that this administration has taken, it's set us up in a pretty bad spot for gas to really rise now because of the sanctions that are going to be put in place. I don't think there's any way that it doesn't begin to really rise. And I mean, they're talking $4 a gallon. I'm in the Midwest, so they're talking could be $4 a gallon here, and it's already over that on the coasts. So it could get a little ugly out here. This will obviously be the first time I've ran into something like this because like I said, I've been doing this since the end of August of last year, and I've already seen the price rise from then till now already significantly. So I don't know how this is going to work as far as offsetting that cost. I think most of the time, if you're running regularly, you're going to find that your gas is approximately 18 to 21% of your gross each week. I would say that's a pretty good estimate, depending on your gas mileage, obviously, and how much you run. But it's going to be, I think, somewhere between 18 and 21%. Someone can correct me on that if I'm wrong, but it seems like a good estimate. I know that I've figured out all my numbers, and I can take what I show gross per load or at the end of the week, and I can subtract a certain thing, and I can know what I can get pretty close to what I'm going to be net. Again, that includes after taking our 20% that we're taking ourselves, taking the $100 cash, and I can know what I'll be left with net pretty close, within $100 anyway, within even $50. So you'll learn to crunch your numbers and what to expect, and get pretty close to where you can see what you need to do each week to be profitable and for it to be worth it. But yeah, I don't think this is going to turn out real well for gas prices here, and who knows what else. Grocery inflation's already higher. I would suggest taking some sort of measures to have some sort of cushion. And this is just generally, regardless if this was happening or not, just generally, you should be doing that anyway. Just to be responsible, financially responsible, and taking a bit of money and giving yourself a cushion. But I think it's going to get a little bit ugly there. I'm certainly not looking forward to it. By the way, obviously you can see I'm home right now. I'm waiting for a load. I came home from Georgetown, Kentucky yesterday. I'm in Columbus, Indiana. So we got a little bit of weather last night as well. Wasn't nothing crazy, but there was frozen rain on my windshield this morning. Usually, if I'm home, then I'll get up in the morning and get ready, go ahead and warm the van up one time and be ready to go. I don't know, guys. The gas thing worries me a bit. because I don't know how much we're going to be able to raise, quote lows, and how much we're able to go up in a rate because of it. Um, Fuel surcharges help, but I don't know, guys. I think that's going to be it in this video. Again, for the taxes, that's just what we were able to do. Please consult your tax preparer or accountant or however you want to do it. And this is, by the way, as an owner operator, this is what I was to take. It's going to be different, and I believe Big D mentioned this. It's going to be different if you're a driver for a, say, a fleet owner, or just a driver rather than an owner operator. I'm able, as an owner operator, to do the miles. I don't think you're able to do that. I think Big D mentioned that you're not able to do that as a driver. You're able to deduct gas, but I don't, not mileage. The owner of the van deducts the mileage. Um, so that's going to be it. Let me get off here. I should be getting a call from dispatch soon. They asked me this morning about um, still clear to go anywhere. And I was like, yeah. So waiting on that and get on the road. That's going to be it for this. You guys take care of each other out there, and God bless.